Well, hard work pains but pays, and it's always good to obviously work hard, and your hard work speaks for yourself when it comes to obviously getting paid and rewarded. Guess who is being paid and rewarded? It's none other than Kobbie Mainoo. Having gone ahead, obviously put in a very thrilling performance ever since he returned from injury. Kobbie Mainoo has found himself in a situation of obviously coming in through and really be offered a new contract at Manchester United, meaning that discussions are really ongoing with his entourage and family on how everything is really going to go on as planned. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Second video of the day, and we hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Premier League football for Man United is returning tomorrow as we play against West Ham. I've already gone ahead to put up the match preview. Hope you've gone ahead to watch it and you've gone ahead to enjoy it to the fullest. And I would like to confirm to you that we are really on the run of really making 17,000 subscribers on this channel, and continue to obviously subscribe to this channel. So I'm going to bring you what Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to say about Kobbie Mainoo, and words confirming to us about a story being broken to us by, I think it's Chris Hojlund, coming in through from the Daily Mail, that it's a new deal coming in through for Kobbie Mainoo. What does Rasmus Hojlund have to say about this young lad, and what does Kobbie Mainoo has to say about his recent performances at the club of Manchester United? To bring you up to speed, he has gone ahead to play two games for Man United, and he has gone ahead to score goals in those games. Against Newport, he scored one, and even and on Thursday night he scored a very beautiful goal. Just exceptional. You know, there are goals that come in through when a player does use his individual brilliancy and talent to obviously turn off all the players in the opposition box and really finds that ball into the back of the net. And don't be surprised if at all Kobbie Mainoo comes in through and really scores in the game of West Ham. And remember what I told you, that he might be part of the squad that is going to be playing in the Euros. That is it, because of how he's really performing. And trust me, in that double pivot, you are going to see a lot of fight. You might see Declan Rice playing with Kobbie Mainoo into the double pivot, and Jude Bellingham being played ahead of them, because his talent is really unstoppable, and there is no reason as to why he shouldn't be playing for the English national team. Because if Bukayo Saka at the age of 22 can play, if Mason Greenwood went ahead to play at the age of 18, 19, then what about this special guy called Kobbie Mainoo, was gonna hit obviously shock the world with his talent. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum. Let's see close to 100 likes much on this video, and let's don't forget to subscribe, and let's see close to 100 likes much in this video. I'm sorry for the repetition, but let's start it off with Kobbie Mainoo, a player that Man United is really looking at as one of those talents that have gone ahead to get nurtured by Erik ten Hag from the academy. Now, Chris Hojlund, he's chief football reporter at the Daily Mail, has told us that Kobbie Mainoo is in line for an improved contract in the summer to reward his breakthrough season at Man United. The way Kobbie Mainoo has adapted to the Man United first team environment, showing confidence and composure beyond his years, has most impressed the staff and teammates at the club. Now, in the history of Premier League football, in the top tier teams that have gone ahead to be competing for the league, trust me, there is no team that has gone ahead to produce many talents from the academy than Manchester United. Every era has, every season, you see to it that there is a player that comes in through to obviously be really graced. I think with Arsene Wenger, it was really huge, but the problem with Arsene Wenger was his players were signing with from the academy of Arsenal were not really hitting the maximum, and most of the players that really made wonders at Arsenal were just bored, like the Sami Nasri's, Rosicky, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, you get. But when you talk about born and bred players from the academy, Denilson, Ali Eboue, Kolo Toure, I think Kolo Toure was bought from Ghana direct and bought him at Arsenal. Then there is Denilson. You talk about is it Yaya Sono? Was it Yaya Sono? Go. So they are not all that sounding, but he used very many players from the academy, but their talent was really known to that. I think Song Bilong was one of those that came in the academy of Arsenal and really went ahead to really be a very influential player. Cesc Fabregas was brought in from La Masia Academy, but obviously he was at the age of 15, 16 when he obviously gave him his debut, and you think that he obviously trusted him and really went ahead to do the needful. I think even Nicolas Bentina came in through from the academy. So those are the players, the products of Arsenal. But right now, when you look at Saka, at least you see someone who's going to hit to come out from the academy of Arsenal and really made wonders. Jack Wilshere was one of the best. For me, he's the best ever talent to come from the academy of Arsenal, but he never really utilized himself very well. So, an improved contract for Kobbie Mainoo has been proposed, and United are really looking through it in the summer. One will ask, Rokani, we really saw to it that this guy in January 2023, he signed a new contract at Man United, and it was expiring in 2027 plus a further optional year. Now, why are they giving him an improved contract? They are giving him an improved contract. Do you know why? Because he has gone ahead, obviously, work on well, and he deserves something better. And as far as his salary is really concerned, in that contract, Kobbie Mainoo was given a salary of £10,000 per week. But now Man United are really going to offer him, I think, a contract that is really performance based, like you see that of Alejandro Garnacho. He's earning £27,000 a week. That is it. But the more he performs, the more his salary increases. And I think they are going to offer the same contract to Kobbie Mainoo. They're going to offer him like £40,000. I think will be slightly more than that of Garnacho. They're going to offer him like £40,000, and that contract will be really rewarding according to his performances. Now, they want to see to it that they reward him at the end of this season, because they want to obviously look at him and see how consistent can this lad be, because we might look at him as one of the most talented players, and he might be affected by inconsistencies. But if at all he accomplishes this season, very consistent onto the ball and what he offers to the club, then the club will come out and maybe even propose something bigger than £40,000. But with Erik ten Hag there, he knows how to handle these young players, and he knows that these young players are affected with money. If at all you offer them money, then you get spoiled, because this has been a norm at Man United. That's going to see young players get spoiled. For example, Mason Greenwood from nowhere, having gone ahead to score 17 goals in his first season. From nowhere, he was earning like £7,000. His weekly wages were multiplied by 10. Now, how do you multiply a wage of a 17-year-old by 10 to make him earn £75,000 a week? That's out. What they did was get him to £20,000 a week and tell him that if you perform better, we are gonna add you, because he's still young. Like for example, Kobbie Mainoo is just 18 years of age. Now he has still 19, 20, 21. In the next 3 years, if he performs very well, he would have gone ahead to reach £150,000 a week, and that's when he'll be ready to negotiate or really get in a contract that is really very, very, very huge, like getting him a contract of like £250,000 a week or £300,000 a week, depending on his performances. Because when you look at Jude Bellingham, he's earning £400,000 a week at Real Madrid, and you never know. Even Kobbie Mainoo might reach 20 years when he's really an exceptional, proven player and attracting attracting attention from different teams all over the world. But United will tie him there, and I know a player like Kobbie Mainoo, who is born and bred of Manchester, there is no way he's gonna come out and really say, I'm not gonna really renew my contract and walk away to go to teams like Real Madrid, name it. He's gonna be there, and he's gonna be ready to offer the best for the club of Manchester United. So for me, I know he's really gonna do a lot, and this contract being proposed is gonna be approved by Ineos. And you know what Ten Hag does? However much he likes you and you're not consistent, he'll obviously tell the board, no way, unless otherwise the board believes that you can do better. But if a board sits down with the manager and say you don't deserve a new contract, then it's not gonna happen. You saw it when he came in through. There were players that were really needing new contracts. Jesse Lingard, Cavani, there was Paul Ebile Pogba, and he said all of those should go. The only player wanted to stay was Nemanja Matic because of his experience in the midfield. But Nemanja Matic said, I think it's high time I left Manchester United, because he had already gone ahead to confirm to us that he's leaving Man United way back in March of 2020. I think it was January 2022, before even Ten Hag came in through. And you know the English people, all the whites, it's rare for them to revert their decision. And Cavani, Paul Pogba and Jesse Lingard, Ten Hag said, I'm not giving you new contracts at the club of Manchester United. That is it. So, from there and then, we went to Ten Hag coming in through this season. Now, he was not willing to see to it that Fred gets a prolonged contract. You saw it on David De Gea. He let him run his contract down and he left the club of Man United. He's doing it on Antoine Martial. He wants him out of the club and his contract has not gone, and his one further option year hasn't gone ahead to be triggered. So that means he's going to leave the club of Manchester United on a free, and this guy is really okay with it. That is Ten Hag. So when you see to it that Ten Hag is going ahead to approve a deal, even Ineos will be okay with him because he has gone ahead to show them that he has the capability to really point at good players. And for that, we leave Kobbie Mainoo at that, and let's see what his manager, who has gone ahead obviously propose to the board that this boy needs an improved contract because the kind of football he's playing does not deserve £10,000 a week only. But I know in the improved contract coming in through, don't be shocked when Man United add more 2 years on his contract because he's having how many years now left? This is 2024, 4 years left on his contract, and the maximum, the hugest contract I can ever give a player is 6 years. So United might add on a further optional year and 1 more year on that contract and see to it that they tie the lad until 2029 at the club of Manchester United. That is really very, very impressive for us because very many teams are going to be eyeing this guy. Now, Ten Hag has gone ahead and really said the following about Kobbie Mainoo, that what he did was great, no doubt about that. He's a calm and it looks like he grows from game to game. So hopefully he keeps this going. I'll push and support him in the future. He can be a great player. So Ten Hag believes this boy has not gone ahead to become a great player. That is it. However much most of us have gone ahead to refer him as a generational talent, yet for me I believe he's more than a generational talent. Ten Hag believes there is still ahead for this guy to offer, and Ten Hag believes the boy still has a lot of room to improve in his talent, and has gone ahead obviously confirmed to us that he has a lot to improve. And when you look at the manager like Ten Hag talking about young kids, you exactly know that this is the right person who has the audacity to obviously talk about young kids. We've seen him at Ajax when he obviously groomed the first phase of talent that had Matthias de Ligt, it had Frank de Jong, Donny van de Beek, who else? There are very many players that were into that team. You know, Hakimi Ziyech and very many others. Then all that era left, and he went ahead to build a new one that for me I believe if it was just kept together for one season, they would have gone ahead to compete even for the Champions League because they had Andre Onana, you get, Mazurui, they had Lisandro Martinez, they had Julian Timber, they had Gravenberch, Clarkson, you know, they had Anthony, they had Mohamed Kudus, which other player was there? Edson Alvarez. They had a very good team that could really take them miles when it came to where it mattered most. And this is a team that I've gone ahead obviously look at and see, and I've figured it out to be one of the best that this team will ever want ahead to produce. And at Man United, if he's given that time, I think he's going to really stay here for a very long time. And I know no one is going to sack Erik ten Hag. Why? He has gone ahead to let us know that all what he says is right, you know, because he said, when I have my team back, I can play the best football ever. And we've seen him really play the best football ever since obviously came in through and obviously did the need for the club of Man United. And that is Erik ten Hag for you. So let's go to Rasmus Hojlund and what he had to say about Kobbie Mainoo and what exactly it means for him to be playing alongside him. Rasmus Hojlund, he said, I didn't really get to see him in the preseason because everyone was saying he's an incredible talent. He has a nice body type and he's mature already. He's a very calm, and also outside the pitch, he's a nice and relaxed guy. You can see he's composed. He's an incredible talent. I thought I was the youngest, but he's stepping up at the age of 18. So it shows you exactly what this means to be playing with this guy. And people, if when he came in through at the club of Manchester United and everyone was talking about him and he was just 18, it shows you how good it was. In the world, every time you are being talked about, It's either two. You are being talked about because of the good or because of the bad. And if you are being talked about because of the good, then you must be doing something exceptional that players like Casemiro, Rafael Varane, that haven't yet seen the Ericssons of this world. If they come out and really hail you, do you know what that means? It means you are an exceptional player, and that's why they're hailing this young man. So Rasmus Hojlund is excited to be playing alongside this young lad, and when you look at those young players that Ten Hag is bringing to the club of Man United, the future is bright. You saw Fosun Omori come on through, put up an assist for Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo scored. There is Rasmus Hojlund on target, and then Garnacho is another one that is obviously making rounds at the club of Manchester United. Lastly, what does Kobbie Mainoo has to say about his performances so far this season? He said, to start playing the Premier League for my boyhood club has been amazing. Now it's about trying to win more games. It's a dream come true. It's a tough place to move. We have to get the win. I have still not come down from it. I still feel like I'm dreaming, to be honest. Obviously, you know, the Kobbie Mainoos came in through the club of Man United when they're still young, and they had painted a very beautiful picture that we are playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. But ever since Alex Ferguson left, and I think Kobbie Mainoo, if at all he came in through the club of Man United when he was like 8, that means he came in through when Alex Ferguson was really exiting. So 10 years down the road in the academy of Man United, and nothing has been coming up to really replicate us one of the biggest talents in the world, or one of the biggest teams in the world. Though financially we're doing great, we are still attracting big players, but the performances are not up to the task. But he stayed. Manchester City wanted to take him. He said, no, I'm going nowhere. Now, when he talks about his boyhood club, I think he has gone ahead to obviously get exactly what he wants as Kobbie Mainoo, and he's excited. He's still dreaming. And I tell you, watch out tomorrow. He might be on target again. That is it. He might be on target again, because when talented players like him start scoring, they're not going to stop. Why do I think he's going to score? Because Ten Hag will sit him down, show him the video clips of West Ham, and will show him the spaces that he needs to obviously occupy and risk himself. So, obviously, he's going to go into that game of West Ham when he knows exactly where to pass and hit them. Press resistant, he can create a lot, and when you see that goal he scored, that means he can obviously make those runs again and again and again, because he has tried it out and the craft has gone ahead to produce best results. So guys, your thoughts on Kobbie Mainoo's new contract? Improved one? I welcome you in the comment section below. What do you make about Rasmus Hojlund and Erik ten Hag giving Kobbie Mainoo his flowers? I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rock and David remains my name. I'm out.